Thanks to young people now, I'm able to understand emojis.
When we are landing and I see the ocean, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
Every little thing matters.
Always craving some really good tuna. Think of it as you are investing in yourself.
Maldivians are very, very nice people.
As you notice, one of our hosts aren't here today. So, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm the only one here. I'm Tara, and I will be your host. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Well, hi Tara. I am Fatima and I am a climate guardian. And
I'm Eddie, and I work as the UNICEF representative to the Maldives. I hope you're okay being alone and comfortable to engage with us.
Yes.
Thank you, Tara.
Do you enjoy being the UNICEF representative?
I'm lucky to be in this role. Never thought I would ever work in the Maldives. So yes, I'm happy to be here working with very smart people and young people as well. Our work is about helping children to survive, develop, and thrive. And we're excited about that. And there's a lot to do in the Maldives.
What about you? I noticed your shirt says Climate Guardians.
yes, so I am a climate guardian, which is an initiative by UNICEF. I joined Climate Guardians back in October of last year. And so far, we have had some great projects. And we have some young people from Greater Mala area and also from other islands as well working on the same cause. And we look forward to much larger projects in the future as well.
What is your favorite project that you've done under Climate Guardian?
My favorite project so far is the beach cleanup with Pale, which was in December of last year, right? And currently, we're working on some projects for the Environment Day coming up and Oceans Day as well. So you'll get to see that probably in the next month, hopefully.
I heard that you also really promote beach cleanups.
Yes, and we are lucky to have Fatmath and the other climate guardians to be part of it. The idea is to make our environment cleaner and cleaner, but the bigger issue is to deal with plastics
Yes.
and to find a way of stopping the use of plastics, particularly single-use plastic. So yes, that's the bigger game plan. And I hope that working with young people as well as the good people of Maldives, we will make progress in that area.
Actually, I wanted to mention something talking about plastic, right? So, in the cleanup we had in December, it was in Ralukandu Sarhad,
Yes.
Uswaskandu Sarhad, and it was only 20 minutes long, right? But we collected more than 110 kgs of
Really?
plastic. So I think that really shows how big of an issue plastic is. And many of the young people that did there, it made them really aware of how significant this issue is and made them more passionate about working on similar projects. So I just wanted to mention that.
So one of the things that we like to promote is young people. We believe that young people are in the present, but also in the future. And Fatmath and yourself are critical to the future of this country. So we like to engage them in the work that we do. My team and I see that as part of building the next cohort of leaders. The Climate Guardians is also one of the initiatives that we are promoting. Our view is we should bring the young people together, convene and connect them. So we hope that as they come together, they get to know each other, they motivate each other, and then they do things. We think that the more you do, the better you get. So UNICEF believes in learning by doing. So we encourage the climate guardians to do things in their communities. And Fatima just spoke about the cleanup that they
Yes.
organize, but others in other islands are also doing things. We hope that Tara, you would, when time allows, join the Climate Guardians group and get to know a very interesting cohort of young people.
Yes.
Why do you think volunteering is very important, especially as like youth?
The volunteering, I think when people say volunteering, what comes to your mind is like giving your time away freely. I think that is the notion that we have in our society. But volunteering is so much more. It like helps you grow as a person. It helps you connect with other people that are not necessarily going through the same experiences. And while volunteering is very much encouraged, there are not a lot of opportunities for young people, especially in Maldives. And I think, especially during the school days, like those years, we only have like Girl Guides or Scout as the volunteering options available for us. So, and then there comes the college days, right? I'm just talking mostly about my experience, but with college days, we usually only have student union, right, in our college or universities. But that is about it, right? But with Climate Guardians, it really opened this new door for a lot of us, especially for those of us that are very much passionate about environment and climate. And it really helped us build this network of people, and it brought so many other opportunities for us. But again, one main issue is that in Maldives, we are not built in a way that we can spend a lot of time free doing volunteer work, right? Because even though we are studying, like college days, we still have to go to part-time jobs or full-time jobs just to make ends meet. So I think that is a limitation or like a really hard thing for the youth to actually engage with more volunteer work, no matter how much they want to. And that is something I hear a lot, especially within my circle of friends. So I just wanted to mention that briefly.
I think that we need to invest in ourselves to harvest the investment that we make in future. The first investment that we make is we go to school, we learn, but we live in a social environment.
Yeah.
The platforms such as the Climate Guardians offer you the opportunity to connect with other people. And one thing that is very clear to me and has been instrumental in my own development and in my growth is the cliche that your net worth is your network. So these create platforms for you to connect with people. And the more people you connect with, the more impactful you become. What we do in UNICEF is just not the connection. We also provide a platform for capacity building and for learning. So that is another space for growth. But more importantly, we encourage you to do things. And it's part of a leadership journey. The more you do, the better you become, the more you do. And today, someone like Fatima is one of the leaders that I look up to her.
Oh.
And she's doing a lot, bringing young people together. And I think there's a bright future ahead of her. My sense is that if you don't invest in that side of your life, I think you're losing something very important. And I encourage all young people to do those things. We need to build a cadre of young people who serve. And then this cadre of young people will lead us. So that's the nature of the work that we do. We don't call it voluntary. It's really a leadership journey. It's growth and learning as you do things.
What sparked your interest and like passion for advocating for things such as that?
Um, as you grow older, you become frailer, and you see yourself in younger people. You see yourself 30 years ago. So you're able to look back and say, actually, if I had done A, B, C, and D, maybe I would have been better. and that's what that's what drives me, the opportunity to give space to young people to do some of the things that I wish I had been exposed to, the opportunity to put them on the path of development, the opportunity to create leaders very fast, built on core values, but also driven by the necessity for them to look after themselves, to build good relationships, but also to look after the community. These are essential ingredients of a leader. And if you acquire those skills early, they live with you forever. So that's about getting young people to be better than me, and that's what is driving me at the moment.
Yeah.
The truth is that, and I have to be honest, that the world is also changing. And I've also learned very quickly that for me to be relevant, I have to engage with young people. Thanks to young people now, I'm able to understand emojis. I didn't used to understand emojis, but that's how the world is moving.
Yeah.
And when you speak to them, you become more relevant, more current in the work that you do. And for us in UNICEF, it's about young people. It's about young people in the present, but also responding to them today for tomorrow. Young people would also take over from us because we're once young.
Yeah.
So that's what drives me. I don't know whether I'm successful, but one very brilliant young lady who came to work with us, she always reminds me that it's the effort that matters. So I like to encourage young people to put in the effort. You might not always be successful, but you will learn and grow. But not to try is a failure in itself.
Youth or young people being the leaders of the future. I think that is one reason some of us feel like, oh, we don't really have the power because when is that future coming, right? But the moment we volunteer for something or engage with like a workshop or like take part in some session, we already are setting an example. We already are becoming a leader. And I think we need to incorporate that point of view more often for more young people to feel like, oh, they have some power in their hands. And the tiniest effort or the tiniest step actually could be really significant in changing someone else's life or in like inspiring someone else's life. So yeah, it's like the tiniest effort or like the most the simplest effort, it really does matter.
And Tara, to tell you the truth, sometimes we underestimate the value of the efforts that we are putting in.
Yeah.
And through you, I want to thank my team for creating the space for the young people to
Yes.
host such events, and to thank Susal for engaging with us. The truth is that today you are leading
Yes.
and we are following, and we are proud to be following. And what Fatma is saying matters because it's small engagement like this that accumulates into a bigger leader. So I encourage young people to lead. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, but you break through the discomfort when you do it.
Yes.
And for us in UNICEF, we are here to support you through that journey because we believe in you. But more importantly, we were once younger. So that's how indeed it works. Every little thing matters and it accumulates. And that's how you build a cohort of leaders. either in technical areas, in media, in journalism, but it's about doing things in the environment. It's about doing things and doing things, building a passion, and but more importantly, doing it. You improve as you do.
Just to get to know you guys a little bit better, what is your favorite thing about nature?
I think it would be the ocean, right? Especially during like morning time. Yeah. And anytime when I come back from abroad, and I see like when we are landing and I see the ocean, I'm like, oh, I'm home. This feels so good. And I never realize how much I miss the ocean when I'm abroad. But whenever I come back and I see the ocean, I feel at peace. So I would say it's the ocean. Um, yeah, and even though I cannot really go swimming or like go snorkeling or anything because of eczema, I do enjoy seeing the ocean and seeing other people enjoy the ocean. And whenever I see ocean, I do feel like I'm at home.
Nature fascinates me. And there are lots of things about nature that fascinate me. But I'd like to talk about the wave, the ups and the downs, the ups and the downs and the ups, the waves of life,
Oh,
the day and the night, the left and the right, the male and the female, and how these contradictions come together to bring a holistic view to life. And I say this to encourage myself and others that when I'm down, I believe I'll go up.
yeah.
When it's dark, it's always the darkest hour. That's always before dawn. And when that happens, you tend to know that it's going to get better. But on the other hand, it's also about riding the waves.
Yeah.
You also have to enjoy the good times about life. And for me, that's what I love about nature. The ups and the downs, the contradictions of nature. And I think in life, if you're able to reconcile the contradictions, we are better off. And so I encourage all of us, including myself, to recognize our diversity and
Yes.
to try and be inclusive because that's the strength
Yep.
of nature. And that's how I think we've sustained the earth. Unfortunately for us, we've accumulated too many things now, particularly with regard to climate, and we need to do something about it. That's how I see nature, and I love it that way.
I'd have to agree with her. I really love the ocean.
I love the ocean.
Yes, to enjoy and like to go snorkeling and stuff, right? I love the ocean.
During the weekends, I sometimes go and sit by the Hulumale beach,
Ah,
and I'm amazed at how the ocean hits the shores, then goes back. It's like there's a certain rhythm to it,
yeah.
and it's very soothing,
Very
extremely
therapeutic.
soothing. So we are lucky in Maldives to have very good beaches,
We are.
and a lot of my peers back home, they are crazy about visiting. They think I don't do any work here, but there's so much work to do in addition to sitting by the beach.
How long have you been working here in the Maldives?
2 years and a bit.
In that timeline, what is your favorite like Maldivian dish that you've eaten?
Oh, I have a favorite dish.
Really?
Yes, I do. It's gula.
Yes.
The soft one. I don't the hard one. The rice gula is not. I like I'm addicted to it, so I don't want to have too many of it in front of me because if I do, I'll eat it all. It's beautiful. It's very tasty. Sometimes I wonder why the Maldivians have not exported it to other countries. Maybe you should think about that. It's unique. I've been to a lot of countries thanks to the work that I do. And I think Maldives can make a lot of money exporting gula.
My fellow host would have very much enjoyed this conversation if she was here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Gula is my best.
My favorite is when it comes to Hedika, it's like Gola, obviously.
Yes.
Mm.
Gula,
Uh,
all types of gula.
Yeah, and then main dishes, gardia and pie.
Yes. Classic.
Yes, that's like I can eat it at all times, honestly. And whenever I'm abroad for a longer period of time, I'm always craving some really good tuna.
I was told that you are Dr. Edward Adai, right? So what kind of a doctor are you?
I would say I'm a public health physician. I started my career as a general practitioner. I worked quite a bit in the teaching hospital. My career took me to the district. We have district like your ATOLs.
Oh,
And so I was, they used to call me the village doctor. The thing about being in a district or in the village or in a small island is that you tend to know and see everybody. Literally, everybody also knows you. I kept on getting the same cases. So I said, what is going on? So I started going to the communities. And today, it's been one of the pillars of the work that we do in UNICEF. It's called Kudinagato.
Yes.
Kudinagato. I encourage my colleagues to go to the field, to go closer to the child. Too many of us are spending too much time in the office, away from the people we serve. So it's one of the things that I want to encourage the leadership, the people who work in the ministries. It's very important to go close to the people you serve. Kudinnagarten. So I started going to the communities and then changed and it changed. And then today I'm sitting here in Maldives. So I drifted away from the clinic, went to the community, and then now I'm in Maldives.
What is your favorite country that you've traveled to through your line of work?
Every country I've been to is different. There are things I love about Maldives. The beauty of Maldives is the way the beaches and your people. I think Maldivians are very, very nice people.
Thank you.
And your gula.
What
By
about
the
you,
way.
Fatima?
Oh, favorite country. I haven't really traveled all that much, but I don't know. I think it would be Baku, Azerbaijan. It was fun. It was really good, and the food was amazing. And I felt everyone was so nice, and everyone was so friendly. And I felt really safe there, especially as a girl. So yeah, if I had to choose one specific country, yeah, I would choose Azerbaijan.
Through all these places that you've traveled, right? You'd obviously see like the environment and how different they are in each and every country, right? So through this podcast, we learned a term called solastalgia. It's like feeling the loss of a place that you once knew. So for me, it was like a sandbank that I used to go to growing up, which is like gotten smaller and smaller over the years. Seeing places that you used to know slowly disappear like that, how does that make you feel?
I think that's the tragedy of life. It's what we must do whatever we can to protect. We should look after our islands. We should preserve it for those who will come after us. And 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 I think that's the challenge of today. We should make sure that the predictions about Maldives sinking doesn't happen.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that we will energize our young people to do more and to do better than we have done.
It's a really emotional topic, right? Because I feel very connected to Mala. I grew up here, and anytime whenever I go like in the evening time, I'm always like with my cousins, and I'm like, oh, remember when there was this place here? Remember when it used to be like this? I'm not sure if it was all that recent, but the Lorziere Park area. Back when I was a child, it used to be this field, and there used to be these huge antennas there. I really miss that place. I really, really miss that place. And likewise, whenever I go back to my island, right? I don't go all that often, but when I used to go when I like around 2004-5, there was this beach there, right? But with erosion and everything, it's completely gone now. I went back last year, and it's completely gone now. And things like that, it makes me so sad. And it makes me feel like we have failed as humans in preserving the nature. Like, I honestly don't know what I'm going to tell my children about these things, like
Knowing that they won't be able to experience the same memories that you did in places like
yeah,
that.
and especially the deliberate ones, right? We are so focused on urbanization and like all of these development. We are deliberately removing nature from our cities, and it makes me feel so guilty. And I honestly don't know how I can fight that in a meaningful way, but I do hope that what we are doing as climate guardians is a step forward. But yeah, it is a really sad topic, but I think it is a very important topic that we need to talk more often about, right?
What we are seeing today are a result of things that happened some time ago. The challenge that we are faced today is to create a different Maldives, a Maldives that sustains itself
Yeah.
and contributes to the global agenda. So it's not just about Maldives, but I mean, today, uh, the impact of climate change cannot be attributed exclusively to what you do. I think your contribution is very small anyway,
Yeah.
but you are feeling it. So doing things in Maldives matter, but more importantly, making the Maldivian part of a global, Maldivian a global citizen, influencing the global environment. And then those before us have done some very good things, and that's what we want for the young people.
Yes.
That they become nationalistic. They love this country. They look after this country, but they should also contribute to the global conversations and influence. That's why UNICEF, at every opportunity, would expose our young people into the global conversations, such as the COPs, etc. That's what we do because we are part of a global movement. And I think the young Maldivians always make us proud. If you follow our social media, you would see the great work and the contributions that young Maldivians are making to the global conversations and global policies. And we have to do more of that.
Yeah.
So that's what one of the things that drives me.
If there was one piece of advice that you could give to every young person in the world right now, what would it be?
So since we talked about volunteering, right, and youth engagement, I want to say that the way we see volunteering is offering someone else a service. Instead, think of it as you are investing in yourself. Like Eddie said, you are honestly doing a service for yourself. You build so many new skills, you gain a lot of new insights, you create your own network, and these are invaluable things as you grow older, right? And it will pay off. Like, it might be a bit hard during your education, like studies and all of that, but it will pay off. It definitely will. And secondly, it is something that we should be proud of, that we are providing someone else a service, that we have the privilege to help someone else in need or a cause that is important for humanity. So I think it is a shift that we need a shift in our mindset in that aspect. But at the same time, it is a really huge service that you're doing for yourself, like volunteering, involving yourself in these dialogues and conversations, and engaging in such activities and experiences. As I said, it will be invaluable.
What is clear to me is that your young would always grow. 20, 30, 40 years ago, we were like this. And most of the times, we never thought that, in those days, we never thought that would be old people. And I bet the young people don't think they'll be old. They hear people who are 40, 50, 60, and they are literally dinosaurs. The truth is that we grow very fast.
Yeah.
And so with growth comes aging of your body. So one message I'll give to every young person is to look after themselves. Eat well. Don't put bad fuel in your body. Exercise. So and read for your brain. That's one. So that is the self-care bit. The next thing is the networking. You will have to build relationships. You are very weak if you're alone.
Yeah.
And it's only a leader who has followers. I mean, you cannot be a leader you do not have followers. So invest in your network. So that's the second piece. The third piece is you need to build a culture of service. The value you bring is in the value you create in others. And it doesn't matter what it is, you have to serve. The more you serve, the more you grow, and the more you serve. And that would make you a leader. I promise you that. And those who are listening, please listen very carefully. And then look after your environment. You see, all of us depend on our environment for our sustenance.
Yeah.
The air comes from the environment, the water comes from the environment, the food comes from the environment, the information comes from. So if you pollute the environment, literally you are polluting yourself.
Yeah.
So look after the environment, be a guardian of the environment. I encourage all of you to be climate guardians.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and speak with me about what you're passionate about.
Thank you for this opportunity. We don't get a lot of opportunities like this, and this is quite new, this setup with podcast and climate change. So thank you so much, and I really enjoyed our conversation.
It's really a pleasure to be part of this conversation and to follow your leadership.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.